You wonder why you can't focus, but you treat your brain like a trash bin for every notification, every stray thought, every crumb of digital garbage the world offers you. You actually sit there swiping, tapping, scrolling, confused why you feel like your skull is full of static and your attention span is worth less than a TikTok ad. You whine about concentration, but you're the janitor of your own mental landfill, shoveling in memes, urgent emails, and dopamine crumbs from whatever pointless group chat buzzes next. Tell me, do you really think you can multitask your way to anything important? You honestly believe you're the exception, that somehow you're going to juggle every app, every tab, every so-called productivity hack and still pull off deep work like you're a monk with a MacBook? You're not. You are the distracted masses marinating in the same addictive cocktail of screens, fake priorities, and productivity porn. Your mind isn't a razor, it's a rubber band that's been snapped too many times. And you know what? You love it. You must. Why else would you keep doing it? There's always an excuse: I need to check this for work. What if I miss something? No, you're just hooked on mental junk food, and you're always surprised when you wake up foggy, fried, and fragile. But here's a truth nobody likes. Focus is not some cosmic gift reserved for the chosen few. It's the consequence of 100 micro decisions, most of which you flunk day after day. You flirt with the idea of focus. You dabble. You convince yourself you're just taking a break when really you're binging on little hits of distraction that rob you blind. Scattered focus is what you practice, and scattered results are what you get. The multitasker is a myth. Really, you're just an amateur in the circus act of context, switching, exhausting your own brain for the privilege of getting nothing meaningful done. You hop from task to task, notification to notification, never once letting your attention settle. And every time you do, your brain wastes energy loading and reloading the context, leaving you mentally bankrupt with nothing to show for it. Directed focus. That's the laser. That's what the winners use, the ones you secretly resent. They put every unit of attention on a single task, squeeze it dry, and ignore the white noise of the world. You want that power, but you want it without the sacrifice. Sorry, kid, you don't get to have both. If your brain is a 5-unit battery, you spend 2 on Twitter, 1 on a YouTube rabbit hole, 1 on worrying what's for dinner, and try to throw the last battered cell at your main task. Shocker, nothing gets done and you're tired for no reason. Modern life is built to fracture your attention, and you are a willing victim. The phone is the worst. The phone is your traitor. Every beep, every buzz, every phantom notification, each one is a little thief, stealing just enough focus that you never quite recover. Doesn't even have to make a sound. You reach for it out of boredom, out of habit, out of fear that you'll miss out. The device you swear is just a tool has made you its fool. And don't get cocky thinking it's just the phone's fault. The real joke is it could be anything. The open door, the kitchen smell, the TV in the other room, the low hum of FOMO in your bloodstream. But you give the phone a special place in the temple of distraction, always within reach, always ready to drag you down. Here's a twist for you: if you actually want to focus, hide it. Turn it off, bury it, lock it in a drawer. You won't, of course not, unless you finally admit you're not the hero of your own story. You're the hostage. Let's pretend for a second you get serious. You want to fix your focus? It starts with the body you neglect. You think you can run a Ferrari on swamp water? Sleep less than 7 hours, stuff yourself with sugar, skip exercise, and marvel as your mind turns to fog. Genius plan. Your hustle culture is a joke when you're running on fumes. You want to get serious. Get your body in order, sleep like you mean it, move every day. Drink water that isn't colored like radioactive waste, eat food that doesn't come with a prize. Most of you won't. It's easier to blame the algorithm than to take responsibility. But even if you do all that, the skill of concentration is exactly that, a skill, not a switch. You build it by training, not wishing. You start weak, distracted, pathetic, barely able to focus for 10 minutes without needing a break. Good. Start there. Push the session longer, day after day. Make focus a ritual, not a mood. Waiting for the perfect time, the right motivation, the flow state to just magically arrive. Keep dreaming. The masters of focus pick a time, guard it with knives, and do the work whether they feel like it or not. That's why they win. That's why you keep wondering why you lose. Now let's get to the real hacks, the kind you'll resist because they hurt, the pre-sleep and post-sleep rituals. The pre-sleep ritual. This isn't self-care fluff. It's a hard boundary, a line in the sand you draw against the onslaught of digital sludge. Every night you create a routine, a signal to your brain that it's time to power down. Maybe it's reading, maybe it's a shower, maybe it's just sitting in silence, but whatever it is, it means no screens, no last-minute scrolls, no dopamine roulette on your phone. Your mind starts winding down, your body gets the message, and guess what? You sleep deeper, you wake up less fried, you regain the mental energy you keep whining about. But here's the punchline, you're going to screw this up. You'll feel the itch, the need, the irresistible urge to check just for a second what's happening out there in the digital abyss. And you'll lose. You'll lose because you haven't made this ritual a fight yet. It's a wish, not a weapon. The post-sleep ritual is no less brutal. You wake up and the first thing you do, you reach for the phone, hit the feed, start scrolling, and your day is over before it starts. Your intention is dead, murdered by your own thumb before your feet touch the floor. What would happen if you didn't? What if you started your morning with something, anything that required your brain to serve you? Not the algorithm. You don't know because you never make it past the first notification. A few have, and they feel superhuman to you because in a world where everyone starts the day as a digital addict, even a little discipline looks like magic. But let's be honest, these rituals are hard as hell. They go against everything modern life wants from you. Attention clicks, compliance, distraction. You will fail at this, not once, but over and over. You will relapse, you will sneak a look at the phone before bed, you will lose entire mornings to the pit of endless scrolling. And you will hate yourself for it. You will look in the mirror and see not a victim, but an accomplice. That's normal. That's the game. The difference is a few of you, just a savage few, will treat this like the war it is. You will get up after every slip, set the boundaries again, lock down the rituals, and keep coming back. You'll stop treating your attention like a toy and start guarding it like your last dollar. And shocker, those are the ones who get their focus back. They're the ones who climb out of the chaos and remember what it's like to have a mind that's actually theirs. Now it's your turn. Are you still a willing victim of digital chaos, or have you ever clawed your way back to real focus? Drop your story in the comments. What's the one distraction that owns you? Or maybe you've built a ritual that actually works. Share it below. Don't just read and scroll. Own your habits, and maybe someone else will find the push they need from your fight.